If I asked you to name 5 things that you would expect to see in Snoopy and Woodstock play baseball, I would put money on you not being able to name 5 of them because this is so random. This is an episode of the Peanuts Charlie Brown web series, and I don't know if I enjoyed it or not. On the one hand, part of me thinks there's just too much variety and too much chaos that I didn't really like how we were jumping from one thing to the next without any real rhyme or reason. But at the same time, I also kind of enjoyed that because I thought it was very unpredictable. And I think as it went on, it just became more and more bizarre. And I kind of stopped taking it seriously, but in a way that meant I could kind of have a bit of fun with it. So depending on what you're looking for, you might enjoy it. Usually when it comes to the web series, I will detail everything that happens and share some thoughts, but because it is so varied and so random, I don't want to give too much away. What I will say is that it focuses mostly on Snoopy and Woodstock. They're in it throughout the whole 4 minutes, and yes, it starts off with them playing baseball, but then we go to so many different locations and we incorporate some other characters, including a character we don't actually get to see that frequently. So that was kind of interesting. And I won't say which character. Again, I don't want to spoil any more than I already have. But to begin with, I kind of thought this is too varied. It's jumping back and forth between locations. I don't love it. But after about the halfway mark, I actually started to lean into that. And I started to actually enjoy that part of it. So I think it's absolutely dependent on what you're looking for. But once I realised that that's what was happening, I allowed myself to enjoy it. Very, very well animated, of course. And the pacing is really good. A lot does happen in, well, a very short space of time. And I think that that certainly works in its favour, I think. As I said, I'm kind of contradicting myself a little bit. I'd love to know what you think of it. Does the variety and unpredictability appeal to you? Or do you think there's maybe just too much going on, that it's maybe just a little bit too chaotic? I'm very much on the fence, but nevertheless, the actual events, where each individual section was very well done and quite delightful. I think just as a package, part of me thinks the variety and unpredictability worked well, part of me thinks it doesn't. So I really don't know, but I don't want to say any more than that because I don't want to spoil it. And as I said, look out for a particular character. We don't get to see it that often. I was rather happy about that. So some good things, some things I'm not too sure about. But in general, I'd say Snoopy and Woodstock play baseball. It was very thought-provoking. Let's leave it at that.